Hi, I'm George with AmateurLogic.tv.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Ray, N9JA with Icom America.
Ray, great to have you with us here tonight. We've been looking forward to learning more about these new radios, and actually, we will not be stealing these radios from you because we already own these. So,
I guess maybe the anticipation of 1 year delay with the product because of all the chip shortages, you guys decided not to wait, to go ahead and get one.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. I thank you for your support.
Yeah, we placed our order just as soon as we knew they had come off the boat. So,
yeah,
really quite a bit of difference between the two radios. I still like the ID-51A. That's been my go-to radio for a long time now. Still some things I like about it better, but I don't know.
Hold on. Now this is a SmackDown, so
yeah.
Tommy, it sounds like he is choosing the 51.
He's already made it pretty clear he's choosing the 52.
Yeah, if you look at the photo here, you will notice that the 52's on my side of the table tonight.
I actually changed him. He made me swap him back.
Yeah,
okay.
You know how I am about the color radio screens, Ray.
That's the biggest draw for you, is the color display.
No, it's not. And I really didn't know the biggest draw till I had it in my hand, and I looked at it, and I could easily read everything that was on the display. Bigger characters, bigger screen, and you can even see it outdoors. I mean,
Oh, that's nice, but there's some other features in there that actually I like it better.
Well, hopefully when you guys put the video together, you'll be able to get a shot of it outside in the direct sunlight. That is one of the features that we have in our public safety, our P25 product, the transflective display, so you can see it very well in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
So that has definitely been something that we're like, I want to get that from the other divisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes a difference. You really can, and like right now, the backlight has gone. I don't know if the term is gone to sleep, but it's not on, and you can still read it just fine.
And they both are where you can see it, but the duplex spot just really jumps out at you, and you can see the frequency, and with it, I guess the resolution on the screen is higher as well.
Yeah,
it definitely is.
Yeah.
So show us what it looks like when the backlight's on for both of those guys.
There you go. Obviously, I'm winning this round right here.
Oh, you got the timeout set low on this one.
The size of the screen, the color, background, and Tommy, you've because George just learned about the function. Can you show us how you can change the background color on it?
Oh yeah, I sure can. Actually, you can see it's. I've already been in there. I changed it. I changed it back. Now that's how I like mine. Mine's set up like that right now.
Yeah, that's a better contrast for my eyes as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine with either one. Actually, this one may draw a little bit less current from your battery, though, huh?
Maybe.
Oh, don't go down that path about current and everything. Didn't you guys learn we do a real good job with the 705 on dropping that current?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We just hadn't put the meter to it yet.
Well, I would expect you guys to do that to see exactly what's going on. And it is kind of curious to see how much current that GPS receiver pulls in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and of course, right now, both of these are sitting here flashing because we're in a metal building and we can't get a GPS signal.
Now, have you noticed any difference in the DR mode between the two?
I have. I've noticed that DR mode works. You can have two DR modes going now on this one. So you can
Uh-oh, somebody has done a reset on the memory on the radio. If it says that no repeater found.
That means I probably have not programmed that yet.
Yeah. Or you did a reset and removed the memories out of the list. So the two radios, the memory configuration is different, the size is different.
Yeah.
The guys from D-Star Info were real quick to update and get it on the list. And Tommy, we're seeing the rear of the radio. Is that what you wanted to do out front?
No,
nope. But this is what I wanted to do. I put mine up here. And actually, I've got a screen thing on mine, so it doesn't look as nice. But we can go to the other. So now I can go through my repeater list or whatever.
And is there any difference in the navigation of that between the two radios?
The navigation? I haven't noticed much difference in that.
So the near me repeater functions very similar.
Well, we've got all DV and FM, but I have that on my +2 also.
Go down one. I know where you're going. Go down one.
Yeah, that's it.
Now it's 2. And link to a reflector.
That's it.
Oh.
Direct input.
This is, to me, is huge. And thank you, Icom, for adding this. We can the X reflectors, DCS reflectors, XLX reflectors.
Oh,
they're all supported now.
Yes.
So that's really awesome.
Well, there was a workaround on some of the others where you just put in the call sign to bring them up, but that is the easiest way of using it to navigate. There is one other change that they did to the directional keypad on those two radios. If you go back to showing the radios there, George, on your 50th anniversary, the right-hand selection is the CS, so you could pull up the call signs.
Yeah, that's definitely different.
That's now where you can switch it to low power. But if you've gotten into the habit and you really want to have that CS function right there for you, you can change that in the set menu and make it where it operates like the 51.
Oh, interesting. I haven't found that in there yet. That's pretty cool.
I just learned something there. I knew this was my power button to get to the lower whatever power I wanted on the 51, but I hadn't put together that's what LO was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
This one.
See.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Push and hold it, and it gives you your selection of your S low for super low,
right,
which is 1/10 of a watt. So if you're using a hotspot or something like that, I mean, you can talk all day long with it like that.
5 different levels here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Go ahead and bring up the menu. That's a lot easier to navigate through. You can see what you want, and there is one thing that's really cool and new on it, and that's that scope.
Yeah, it is.
Menu, and then over there to the scope. We'll see what kind of noise is in the shack there.
There will be some noise in here in the shack.
Now, if you hit the push and hold the main dual button and go to only one VFO,
then you get a waterfall.
You got a much larger waterfall. I'm testing it on mine when I'm with you here. Yeah, mine's not quite as bright as what you guys are showing.
Yeah, well, all this, I mean, it's really RF hot inside here, particularly where we're sitting back here. I've got an antenna, though, we can hook to it and see what's going on outside. This is with an antenna, a lot less noisier.
Yeah, not a whole lot of activity going on there.
See a little blip up there every now and then.
Now, granted, it's not running at the speed that a 705 or a 9700 runs, but considering the size, the processor, the cost, and all of that, it's a pretty impressive display to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It looks like a nice feature to have. Just
Now, are there some other settings on there as well? I've noticed in some photos where it was actually showing the width of the display here. Is that adjustable in these?
If you hit the quick button,
yeah, that's where I was about to go.
so you got the scope mode, and it's either center fixed or the scroll fix. So like what was updated in the 705 and a lot of the other radios, when you roll off the edge, it will automatically update it.
Okay, and this is the display I was thinking of where it showed the frequencies on either edge there.
Okay.
That is pretty neat. You know, I mean, I don't care to see the whole 2-meter band, but if I just wanted to look in a particular spot to see if there was any activity or, any repeater traffic or maybe simplex, it's a good, quick way to do it.
Since you've got the antenna on it, you want to give us an idea of the audio?
Yeah, if we can find something on the air right now.
You got your weather channels built into it.
Now, the audio is hot on it because, well, I say hot, it's loud because when I first got it, I turned it on to about where I normally ran my ID-51, and it was so loud I had to turn it down.
Huntsville, Alabama, clear and 45. Birmingham, Alabama, clear and 44. Meridian, clear and 42.
It's very loud.
You guys are having a heat wave compared to last week.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that'll be changing soon.
Well, I know on our aviation things, and this is something that I just thought of and I have not tested myself. So I'm going to give it a shot here. And that is to search a headset here. Let me find that button and then open the lid here and see if it will find my AirPods. We'll try it again.
I bet it will. If something's not already paired to them.
Well, there is my iPhone is, yeah, there we go. AirPods Pro. Connect. Says it's connected. Oh, wow. Listen to the FM. So you don't get any trademark issues. Listen to the FM broadcast station here. And it paired real quick.
Huh.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty exciting feature on here. That's one of the things too. I haven't used it yet, but the Bluetooth, you can pair it up to pretty much any Bluetooth headset now. It doesn't have to be the Icom one, but it can be the Icom one too. I've got one of those as well. That's very nice.
Well, I know. I just remember seeing something about the 705 being able to pair to one of our competitors' headsets. So if it does HFP, HSP headset profile as well as the hands-free profile, it'll work with it.
So what will it do with a data device?
Data device, there are several different softwares that you can use with it. One of them is where you can use your smart device and take a photo and then use the software that is on the smart device to edit, crop, whatever you want to do, including adding a call sign. I did have a ham when the ID-52 first came out that in his opinion, it should have been designed with a camera in it. And I know some of the devices that have been out there that has been used for ham radio that had a camera built into it. The resolution is not what we have today.
Yeah.
And while you change the pixel percentage and the resolution, the clarity from the camera is many times better than what we used to do with some of the boxes that were out there that had the cameras built in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, cameras are always improving every year as a new model comes out. So.
And I do remember those boxes when they came out. They were $1,000 about 15 years ago.
Wow.
And I mean, you can only do so much with software and camera and adding things to a radio. Everything has a cost to it. And while it might be, oh, well, it's cheap, it's something that they've done with a cell phone, those things really aren't cheap when you look at the actual cost of the device.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that you can always look at. Well, you could have added this, you could have added that. It's going to just cost even more to do all of that.
Sure. It's more involved than just a little camera module too. You've got all that R&D time and development.
Yep. And you got to pay for all the licensing fees for the software that's out there.
Yeah.
To be able to use it, and it's interesting.
So I could take my Android phone, pair it to my ID-52, take a picture, and then use the Icom software, and then use it to send the picture doing picture mode, similar to the video we did that's on the Icom channel doing picture mode and D-Star, except we just don't need a cable.
Yes, sir.
Basically the same steps, but no cable involved.
Cool.
Yeah. It's very
no
cool
cable
stuff.
involved. You can upload photos to your radio. You can send it to like a 705 where it can be shown on the display of the radio. And if you want to show real quick, George, on the radio itself with the camera, you go menu and 2 clicks to the left there. Oh, I'm sorry, other left.
Oh, I probably.
You'll have your receive and transmit, so you'll be able to see it right there on the radio itself.
Nice. Very similar to the 9700.
Yep, and 705.
And the 705. Yep.
George talked about the thing that he liked about the 51, and that was the AM receive, right?
Right.
Yes.
AM broadcast.
That's the only thing I've noticed. It had, maybe an advantage. It depends on whether or not you'd ever use that.
But what do you repair? FM transmitters or AM?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was actually a tool that you could use at work.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't, but I could have.
So he's really not going to miss it.
No, not. No.
So tell me, what is it that you like about it?
Well, I like the fact that I can do 2 DR modes on it now. Where on the ID-51, if I had on DR mode on one and I tried to start it on the other, it would switch you the opposite side back to FM. So that to me, that's nice. I like the improved audio volume, the audio levels. That's nice. The screen's bigger. That's nice. The color never bothered me. Now that it's on here, I do like it, but it didn't. The screen on this one didn't bother me for that. The other thing that I see that would be nice, and I haven't tried it yet, but I did see that in the manual that I think you can charge it through the USB port as well.
That is correct.
So
you can select how that USB port is used, whether it's for charging or direct access to the memory card.
Right. So if I didn't have my Icom charger with me, which has happened to me several times when I was traveling a lot for work, I could still use my cell phone charger and charge my radio up. So that to me that's very nice. So.
And I did not put an SD card in mine yet. I've just, got it out and wanted to get it on as quick as I could. So I plugged in the USB cable to use the software when I was uploading programming to it. and it went right to charging right off my computer.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll
yeah,
drag off a computer as well.
Like I said, I saw that on there, but I haven't tried it yet. So, but to me, that's very nice. And the ability to show the pictures on the screen are nice as well. I haven't played around with that yet. I'm actually planning on doing a Amateur Logic video on some of that stuff coming up in the very near future.
All right. I was looking for one other thing.
The other thing is, I like that it came with the higher capacity battery. You
Yes.
can see it's a little thicker.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to see, but
That's
that's nice. So the batteries lasted a long time for me.
That's the first thing I noticed when I took it out of the box. I said, "Wait a minute, that's that's a BP 272, and I don't think the 51 came with that. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. I think that's the same battery that came on my 705, if I remember right.
Yes, it is.
Runs it a long time as well.
In fact, some of the YouTubers that jumped the gun and bought the radios out of Japan so they could be the first ones to do the review on it, those actually came with the BP 271.
Oh yeah.
In fact, the prototype that I received has got that as well. So
Okay.
it's a nice slim pack. I have seen a couple of comments from people that had it that wanted the thinner battery instead of going with the thicker one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you could put a thinner one if you
Tommy,
want.
did you ever get one of the BP 307s?
No, I
the
haven't
larger
got-
capacity for your 7.5?
I haven't got one of those yet.
Okay. That will work with the radio, and it will come up when you power it up asking you to identify what battery, because it has a different timing for the larger battery pack.
Oh, okay. I did notice
And
that
for anybody that's looking,
Sorry, I did notice there's a place in here to select it, if I can remember where it is.
I think it's under the function settings.
Yeah. Battery pack. No.
Yeah, right there. You turn the battery pack confirmation on,
Yeah, right there.
and then it will ask you that question, whether you got the 271 or the 272 or the 307. And the reason why is the difference in the timing that is required to fully charge it.
Ah,
We spec the BC 202 IP3 for the desktop rapid charger for it. The information I've received is the older version, the BC 202, and then the BC 202 IP2. Both of those will charge it, but it will not fully charge the battery. Because of it being lithium ion, it's got a timing circuit, and when those two were released, the BP 307 did not exist at that time.
Okay.
now, I've noticed another difference. Just I have the 272s on both of these. Just feeling the weight of it doesn't feel a lot different. They're pretty similarly weighted. This one, the 51, fits in my hand. It's small.
Mm-hmm.
Fits in my hand pretty good. But this one, the 52, when I pick it up, I don't know, it just feels a little more
It
rugged.
kind of fits it. Yeah, well, it sort of fits my hand a
Yeah.
little bit better, too, to be honest with you. I like this one. I never had any problem with the size of it. But this one, I can just hold on to this one a little bit better. Feels a little bit more sturdy when I'm holding it.
Yeah, I don't know, just the fit and finish just seems a little, little more
Yeah.
professional on this
The
one.
the encoder on the top has a little different feel as well.
It does. I
It's a
mentioned
little
that
bit
to Ray.
finer.
Yeah, I think it is.
So that's nice.
One of the other things that I like about the 52 is with the Bluetooth. If we decide to do another D-Star QSO party,
Mhm.
I can use a logging software to read the frequency right out of the radio.
Oh,
Just connect it using Bluetooth.
that's cool.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Very cool.
Because the Bluetooth is I mentioned the two protocols earlier, the HFP and the HSP, but it also has a serial port protocol, the SPP.
So
no wires attached to it to do programming of the memory channels or to do CI5 controls, commands, and reading out of the radio.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize that. That's something I'll have to play with when I get back home.
So, right, and I've already done it now because I asked Tommy what I should do. But say I just received this, I've just taken it out of the box, and I want to get up on the air with it as quick as I can. What's my pathway to do that?
Turn the radio on, go to DR mode, wait for the GPS to lock in, and then find the near me repeater.
Yeah, because it's already loaded. You've wiped yours out, but yeah, it's already ready. And I would assume it's probably a fairly current list since very current radio.
It's supposed to be. We worked with the guys from D-Star Info to get it, and they have, and you can update it there and do whatever percentages of analog and digital. The radios, let me think here. The repeater list that comes defaulted in the radio is pretty much all D-Star except for a couple of analog repeaters around each one of the dealers in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a real good chance that it will have the D-Star repeater there that has been on the list for a while there in Jackson, but none of the analog repeaters.
Yeah.
But the guys from D-Star Info, they work with repeater book. So you tell it what percentage of analog that you want, and it will download the analog as well as the D-Star frequencies or repeater pairs for you. And then those are also have their geo stamp on it, so you'll be able to pull up what's in your local area.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other cool things about it is when you're in the DR mode is you can tell it to scan, and it will scan the repeaters that are close by you. So, Tommy, if you want to pop back out of there, okay, hit the scan button by push and hold it.
Okay.
There you can tell it to go all, DV, or FM only. And it'll use the last GPS.
Awesome. I didn't notice that was in there, so that's something. I learned something tonight, and I thought I'd been through here a pretty good bit.
But that's on any of the D-Star radios that have the near me repeater function with the GPS. Your 5100 will do it, and you can tailor your scan list or your repeater list, and it will use your location. So as you're driving and moving out of the area of one repeater, it'll drop off one or two and then add what you're driving into. We've got so many analog repeaters in Texas. Just the Texas area will fill up the memory.
Wow.
So I've got in my 5100, when I travel to see you guys, I'll have Louisiana and Mississippi. I have a trip already programmed for my radio to go to Jackson or to go up to visit family that's close to Memphis. I'll just pull up that trip area and it will automatically scan. I've got the same thing set up to go to Quartz Fest because there's so many repeaters in Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona.
Yeah, cool. That's what I download from D-Star Info. I usually get the CSV file for areas if I'm going to travel to them. So I had one for Dallas. I had one in Arizona when I was going out there to work, up in New York. And then what I would do is save my current settings, and then I would just go and import that CSV file while I was traveling and just reload my settings file when I came back home. Makes it really handy.
Yeah,
it's super easy.
Okay, Tommy, I finally found it. It's, for whatever reason, it's under the SD card setting. So Drop back one menu.
Yep.
There you go, and then go all SD card. I was trying to find it. I was thinking that it was in the display mode, but go down there to opening picture.
Okay, Tommy, you're ready to power on?
Okay, let's do the grand reveal here. Drum roll. Rockin' Ray.
Party on, Ray.
But I think the next thing that we'll be covering would be that D-Star repeater that you guys are going to put up. I'm excited to see one up in your area again.
Well, we have one now. We have the one that has been here for a number of years, got back on the air a few months back. But hey, the more the merrier.
But I'm looking forward to getting this one up on this side of town.
And you guys are going to put it in mix mode, so you got both analog and digital, or are you just going to go digital?
I think we're going to try out the mix mode. That's pretty exciting. Give it a try.
A lot of people be interested in that, how that...
I'm interested in it.
Well, Ray, it's really been nice for you to take some time out tonight and join us here and talk a little bit about the new ID-52A. I don't know, Tommy. I think I'll probably beat you out since you had the 51 tonight.
But that's my 52.
Oh, okay. oh, wait a minute. Here's mine.
And it seems funny not saying we're going to tie Ray up and steal his radio from him because these are ours.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, see, Tommy, that opening photo would definitely remind George he took the wrong radio.
Yeah.
Well, Ray, thanks for doing it as always. We look forward to visiting with you again soon.
And I'm very appreciative of you guys doing this remotely this time. I'd much rather be right there, but knowing that you guys wouldn't be manhandling me to take my radio, I mean that in itself was worth being there. But maybe next time.
Yeah, it took a lot of the challenge out of it, I know.
Yeah, it did.
But I think I feel more satisfied than those have worked out.
Well, because we haven't really managed to hold on to very many of those that he's brought over here.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, 73 guys, appreciate it.
73 Ray. It's good to see you.
Ray.
So I'm not sure who had which side for the SmackDown, but
well, since you guys both bought one, you're both winners.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could lose this one.
Yeah, well, we couldn't because we both own both radios, so it didn't matter how it came out.